Well, good morning, everybody. I hope you're having an awesome day. I'm trying to. We're just getting through the day here. As usual, a little bit of craziness this morning, but we are calming down for a few minutes now. I have time to make a video, and today I want to talk to you guys about the Nintendo Wii. This console came out in 2006. It ran till about 2013, and this was Nintendo's best-selling console at the time until the Switch dethroned it. It ended up selling over 100 million units. I think it ended up around 101 million by the time it was all said and done. Just a crazy successful console. It had a huge library of games. Like, it was actually astonishing how many games they pumped out for this thing. And if you want to talk about shovelware, this is the console probably with the most shovelware. Maybe the PS2 might rival that. Just crazy amounts of it, guys. And you're going to see a lot of these games out in the wild that are basically worth about the same as what a case would be worth, honestly. It's not worth that much. However, there are some huge bolos on this list, some that might surprise you, some that aren't even rare that are worth money, and we're going to dive into it right now. This is supposedly one of the rarest, if not the rarest, games on the console. It is Club Penguin 5th Anniversary Limited Edition. It was for employees only, I believe, so you probably will never see a copy of this. If you do, count yourself lucky. As you can see, the only one that I've seen sold recently was for $977. Huge amount of money. I don't think there's any Wii game worth more than this, but we're going to see. We're going to keep going on the list. But you just never know, man. You never know when you might find something like this. Next up is Coraline. Not too sure why this game is so expensive, but as you can see in the top, 279 brand new, pre-owned 104 in the middle, and then 125 in the bottom. These are all NTSC versions, guys. Just a very expensive console in this. I've sold this movie countless times on Blu-ray and DVD and stuff, but I don't know why the game is worth so much. Maybe you can let me know in the comments. Next up, we have Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Now, as you can see on the top, $153. It does have the manual, 165 in the middle complete, and then 125 on the bottom. I'm not too sure if the bottom one is complete or not. It doesn't have the manual in the picture. I'm going to say maybe it's not. So, if you're getting this without a manual, you're going to be $1.25, and then, 150, 170 in that range if you have something more complete. Really neat looking title. I've never played this. I never played many of the Wii games just because I wasn't into that sort of thing. I'm still not hugely into it, although I like collecting it and stuff. Next up is Fragile Dreams Farewell Ruins of the Moon. Now, as you can see, 122 in the top. This is complete. 104 in the middle. It says New Other. And then 109 on the bottom. Now, the one in the middle, I don't know if it's the picture is bad or it's just the cover looks crappy on it. It's really hard to tell. The picture's not great. Even the pictures on the bottom one's not that great. Bottom also is probably a PAL version, so keep that in mind. But again, if you're going to be buying this, you're going to be paying over $100 for it, guys, but I wouldn't pay any more than $120 for it. Just my opinion. This one is surprising. A lot of these Guitar Hero bundles and Rock Band and Rocksmith and all this stuff has actually gone up in value by quite a bit. Guitars and stuff for this used to be just absolute junk and no one wanted them, and now it's just turned right back around again and everyone wants them. So you just never know with this stuff, guys. In my opinion, to you, if you think something may turn back around, just hold on to it for a while. So $488 on the top. The box looks beat to shit, but it is what it is. And then 202 on the bottom. Now, the one on the bottom looks like a really nice example. They're the same sets. The one on the top has the drums, and the one on the bottom has just the guitars, from what I can tell. I really like the guitar out of this set. And this is me being stupid, too. One of these was available at a yard sale last year. Tim and I probably could have picked it up for $5, and we just passed on it because at that time, the guitars were just not, in demand in that. And I should have just picked this up for my collection because I really like this guitar. It's one of the nicest looking ones. But you live and you learn, guys. Don't pass this stuff up. Up is Ju-On the Grudge. Now, any horror games, usually on these platforms, the Nintendo stuff, usually get pretty good money. So we've got 153 on the top, complete. 153 looks complete in the middle there, and then 139 with the manual is 139. So yeah, nothing crazy here. It's just, yeah, this is a $140, $150 game, guys. Most of these horror games are expensive on the Wii platforms. There's a few in this list that I would put in the same category as this. I don't know why they're so expensive because they sold a bazillion of them. So there's a few. We'll go over them all and we'll spend a lot of time on them. Mario Kart, I have probably sold this game 10 or 20 times myself. You see this at yard sales all the time. You see it everywhere. I don't know why it's so expensive. I really don't get it. Other than it is a really good game, but other than that, you can find this abundant, readily available. Now, the last one I did buy, I got it in a bundle for almost nothing. So I got it resurfaced and I'm going to keep it for my own personal collection. We have the Metroid Trilogy. Now, as you can see on the top, $125. 125 in the middle for disc only, and then 132 on the bottom. It's complete. So paying 125 for the disc only seems like pretty expensive to me. Not something I would do. I wouldn't pay $100 for a game, probably myself anyways, unless I was trading in stuff. But yeah, the Metroid stuff, it usually gets pretty good money on these. All these big titles, you always want to keep an eye out. You know, Metro, Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, all this stuff. It's always going to be worth something, and it just depends what it is and how much it will be worth. Here's another game that you will find all the time, and it's worth good money. Again, these aren't huge money games, but they are bread and butter games, especially if you're buying, selling, and trading and trying to build your collection. New Super Mario Bros. Is just one of those bread and butter games. You see it all the time. It always gets around the same amount. You're usually around $30 on it. Looks like a couple of these have went down a little bit in price. But if this is complete, I probably wouldn't take less than $30 for it, guys. Next up, we have Pokemon Battle Revolution. And really, a Pokemon game on any platform, just pick it up, guys. If it's under $10, I would just grab it. As you can see on the top, we got $40 for it. 25 in the middle, and then 31 on 5 bids on the bottom. Now, the one on the bottom has a janky sticker on it and stuff, so probably not in supreme condition. The one in the top looks like in pretty good condition though. So yeah, you're gonna pay $35-40 for this if it's in nice shape. If you are lucky and get one for 25 like this person did, that's a pretty good deal. One in the middle is a Japanese import. That's why it's a little bit cheaper than the other two. Just keep that in mind. Okay, the next one is a game I have never seen before or heard of. It is Rhythm Heaven Fever. Really neat looking cover. It's probably rare or something. That's probably why it's worth so much. 251 complete on the top, and then 226 complete in the middle, and then 223 in the bottom. These all appear to be NTSC versions, guys. So yeah, it's just a very expensive game in this platform. And some of these do surprise you, man. You really got to know what you're looking for. And speaking of surprising, this is not surprising. It's Silent Hill Shattered Memories. All these Silent Hill games are crazy in price. They just have a huge following and everyone loves them. 132 on the top here, guys. It's complete. 105 for a PAL version in the middle, and then 133 for a PAL version complete on the bottom. So the price on this is going to be the same whether you get PAL or NTSC. Just make sure you get the one that works on your console. Next up is Sukaban Shacho Arena. This is obviously an import from overseas. $780. Really neat looking cover. Totally reminds me of like the hokey videos on YouTube and stuff the kids watch of like the cats and stuff and that. But yeah, very expensive. Probably never see it over here, but there's always that 1 in a million chance that you do. Another hugely expensive game that I've never seen out in the wild is Veggie World. As you can see, brand new on the top for $400. A used complete for $269, and then $484 on the bottom. Very expensive title. It must be really rare. I'm sure it is a grail, guys. It has to be on this platform for this price. So if you are looking for this, if you can't find it in the wild, I would look on eBay for that's going on bid and stuff, and you might be able to get a deal. You just never know. Now, the last two I'm going to go over are staples of the console. They're bread and butter games that you can sell and build your collection with. They are the Wii Sports. So the first one will go in the regular Wii Sports that usually came in the sleeve. 36 on the top and 27 in the middle. I've sold a ton of these. They did come with a console. There's tons of them out there. Do not ask me why they are $30 or $40 for these. It makes no sense. There's tons of these out there. You see them all over the place, guys. But it's something that if you are buying and selling and trading, it's an easy pickup to grab. And you can pair it with a console to complete a box, or just sell it with a console, make a few extra bucks. Wii Sports, easy money. Last one we'll go over is Wii Sports Resort. This one's worth more than the regular Wii Sports. It usually came in the hard case. I've sold this many times myself. I have a copy of my own, I believe. 48 on the top, 34 in the middle, 37 on the bottom. Now this game has went up in price. I remember selling this for like 30 to 35, but it seems like it's starting to tick up in price. Who knows why? Must just be nostalgia and inflation. Who the heck knows, guys? I don't. But anyways, keep an eye out for this. It's definitely a staple. And if you are collecting on this platform, it's one you want to have. Our collector, the Wii is a good console to collect on because you can buy a shitload of games for not a lot of money, guys. And if you don't mind shovelware games that, you know, you take that gamble of $5 on, you want to throw it in play, by all means do it. Again, you can get these at any yard sale, you know, any flea market, even at the thrift stores. You can still buy tons of these Wii games cheap. And a lot of them are fun, and especially if you have kids. It's something I've really considered is maybe hooking up one of my Wiis and just playing with the kids, man, having a good time. And that's what this console and the Wii U was about. They don't take themselves seriously. And I believe that is why Nintendo sold so many of these. They just appeal to such a wide range of audience. Even in old age homes, they use these for physiotherapy just to get seniors moving. I mean, it really is a cool console. And if you are collecting it, you can have a vast collection and it won't cost you an arm and a leg. And I like that part of it. Last little tidbit, they did make a few different color variations of the Wii console, and I know I went over this in a previous video. There's like a teal blue one, the red mini, there's a black one, and the standard white one. I believe the teal blue one is the most expensive, guys, but not hugely expensive. If you're in a boat, you can still find yourself a nice white Wii console that's backwards compatible with the GameCube. You'd find it in the box for $50 or $60 still. It's an awesome console to collect to get started on. And on that note, I got to get out of here because I have a bunch of stuff to do. If you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe below. I would really appreciate it. And I hope to see you on the next one. And everyone have an awesome day. Peace.